Hi everyone, welcome to Higher Modern Studies, yay! Most of you know me, you've been lucky enough to have me for National and even luckier to have me for a third year, but I'm making this video to clarify a few points, what we'll be doing this year. I'm also aware there's some of you who haven't had me as a teacher. You've maybe had me in a cover if your teacher's been off, but just so that we're clear how things work. You're stuck with me for Higher Modern Studies. Oh, I'm so glad to hear silence. Thank you, everyone. You will quickly learn that I do try and use humour if you don't know me. Bad humour. And do bear in mind that we're in lockdown, so I'm not seeing 30 pupils 6-7 times a day. So it's getting pretty dull. I'm really excited to have you all for Higher. I think we're going to have a fantastic year. This year, we are going to kick off with democracy in the UK. So it does allow you to talk a little bit about Scotland. So for those who've done National, it will bring in that, but we will focus on Westminster in the UK. So that's Boris Johnson in the Cabinet, down in London, House of Commons, House and Lords. The first couple of weeks, what I'm planning to do is I'm going to split into study themes effectively. So for those of you who have looked at the course specification on the SQA website, you'll see when it comes to democracy that on the left there's boxes. So for example, how members of the public hold government to account. On the right hand side are possible approaches, so you could talk about pressure groups and committees and lobbying. That bit on the left that says how you hold government to account, that's a study theme. I'm going to break those up into small chunks. My intention is to try and do a little bit of a video like this as an introduction and give you some Google documents to work from. I might create presentations as well so that you can look through the presentation for the information and then answer anything you need on the Google document. That's my plan, and I'll also be available for a live session at least once every week when you would normally have modern studies. If you think that's not going to work for you, please let me know. I am more than happy to look at alternative methods. I will try and do a Google Meet, so us in a virtual classroom, at least once every 2 weeks. Ideally, I want to do it every week, but I am aware that things will come up for yourselves, so I'm looking at least once a fortnight that will be available. But every week I will let you know what set times I will be online to answer your questions. Today I'm just going to do a quick briefing about what to expect. This is week 1 of your hires. Now, I'm not wasting any time, but what we're going to do this week is I am going to put some introduction materials up, some checklists up of what you need to think about and what we're going to be studying, and get you to think of prior knowledge. Those who had me for National just this last year, I know you've already looked at some prior knowledge stuff. Some of you have sent me some fantastic analysis and evaluation of what you know. Some of you I haven't seen anything. So it just gives me a good starting point on what you know. I'm also kind of giving you this week to break yourselves in. That doesn't mean you sit and watch Netflix and Disney Plus or whatever it is this week, creating the news, TikTok, I don't know. I do need you to focus on modern studies, but I want you to get your head around what we're going to be studying first. I also want you to have a look at a past exam paper. You need to know what you're signing up to. It is a big jump from National. Please don't panic. We will give you all the skills you need. Trust us, but you need to be prepared to put in the work. I'm also going to put up a Preparing for Higher Modern Studies document. Again, those who did National, you've seen this. Those who didn't do National, however, this might help you this week in preparation. So thinking about documentaries you can watch, bite-sized different websites that are helpful. The biggest thing I can say is you need to get organised this week. You need to, for example, set up folders in your Google Drive for where you're going to store everything. You need to get into the habit of naming your Google Docs and slides. I've taught you long enough to know that so many of you just call it box 1. And then when it comes to your teachers asking you to find work, you really struggle. So you need to get habits, good habits done quickly. Higher Modern Studies is a lot of learning. You have to be on it from the start. You have to put in the work from this week, okay? I'm not going to be shy about this. If you need help, you've got to ask quickly. If, for example, next week you've watched the video on stuff to do with the relationship between the Scottish and UK government, you've gone away and looked it up yourself, you've tried the questions I've set you and you still don't get it, please ask me. Because if you leave that 6 weeks, if you leave that until after summer, you're going to have 8 weeks prior to summer catching up to do. It's over to you in terms of responsibility. I will do anything I can to help you. I will bend over backwards, but I really need you to communicate if you've understood or not understood something, because if you don't tell me, I'm going to assume you understand and I'll move on. That maybe sounds quite harsh, but the pace of higher, to make sure we get experience, to make sure we get practice at essays, you're going to have to take responsibility. I can do extra live sessions, I can do extra videos, I can offer one-to-one through email, send you stuff, not a problem, okay? I won't be angry if you don't understand it, but just talk to me. So like I say, we're going to start with democracy. We will do a couple of essays and how to structure modern studies essays for higher before summer as well. After we finish the democracy unit, we look at social inequalities in the UK. So that includes things like the gender pay gap, poverty, access to healthcare, things like that. And we also do USA, but we will be doing this more in depth than what we did in national. If you did not do national, you will get everything you need this year. So don't panic. I won't go, oh, well, you did that this year, so we'll skip it. I might say, right, those that did national, you'll know this. However, we're going to go over it and you add this information in. So get yourselves organised this week. Set up a Google Drive, get your folders organised. If you're working on paper and pen, that is absolutely fine. Get yourselves a notebook. Keep your notes together. The worst thing you can do is do all these wonderful notes before summer. They go missing over the summer and then you've missed half a unit. Okay? I'll post up some guides. Let me know how you're getting on. I will check in with you later through the week and I can't wait to get started. This is really exciting. Come with opinions. Come with things you want to ask and discuss. I want us to have debates. We won't always agree, but you are in higher now. This is your opportunity to properly push that and have fun with it. So look after yourselves. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help and I'll see you later on.